Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Today I'm going to be discussing how exactly I've made my gold during Shadowlands and how much I've made. Now this video is going to be mostly unedited, and it's going to be longer than normal because I'm basically just going to talk about the 7 different things that I've been doing since Shadowlands to make a ton of gold. So if we look at my TSM data, it says within the past month I've made a little less than 5 million gold. Now, this isn't completely accurate due to TSM messing up sometimes, and as you can see, actually 2 days ago, I bought 5 WoW tokens, so if you want to add on about 600k, then I've made about 5.5 mil within the past month, which is when Shadowlands released. So basically, I just want to walk through exactly how I've made this 5.5 mil, and what's helping me and what I'm still doing. Now I know this isn't an insane amount of gold, however, I do still want to show it because a lot of people out there don't have this much gold and this seems crazy to them. Some people think this is awful because they have 40 million gold, they have multiple gold caps, they are in multiple realms, they make 100 mil, like it's crazy. But I think as an intermediate gold maker, I think it's important to show exactly what I'm doing to help people, and maybe you aren't doing these things and you can add them to make even more gold. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is flipping. Now, personally, I am not a gold farmer. I really don't like to farm my materials or go out and do like a farm for a few hours. I really like to just sit on the auction house for a little bit and make my gold. So, what I've been doing is especially flipping herbs. Now, if we go to Marrow Root, for example, as you can see, my average buy price is 44 gold. However, my sold price, and it is an average from 81 gold to 100 gold. So at least I'm doubling my profit throughout buying Marrow Root. As you can see, I bought 12,000 at 600k, and I've only sold 2.5 thousand, but I've made a third of that money back. Of course, I used the other herbs that I've used to either level Alchemy or create potions, which I'll show later, but as you can see, I've sold about a sixth of the items I purchased and I've made a third back. Vigil's Torch is also another example. I buy it at about 47 gold, that's my average buy, and I've sold it from anywhere between 46 and 95. Currently I'm selling it at 120 on my run. As you can see, I've bought 10,000 of it for 450k, and I've sold 8,000 of it for 600k, meaning I've already made a profit and I still haven't even sold everything that I bought. Rising Glory is also another example. I currently buy it for potions, but I've also resold it a little bit. Sadly, I don't have a smart buy price. However, I used to buy it around 15 to about 28 gold now, and I've sold it for about 54 gold. As you can see, my profit margin isn't very good since I am using it to craft. However, I've still made almost half my gold back by selling a third of the materials. So yeah, if we go into TSM and we go under the revenue and the resale, currently all of the herbs that I've resold, I have made almost a 400k profit of. Now this is over a course of 4 weeks, and this is also not including the profit that I have by using these herbs to actually craft items and resell those. I will look into those a little later. However, from just strictly buying the herbs, waiting, resetting the markets, and then just selling them back, I have made almost 400k. As you can see, my average buy prices and my average sell prices and how much I've bought and sold. So yeah, that is the first thing I've been doing, and it is just simply flipping herbs. Now along the lines of flipping, I have also done cooking. Cooking has been very profitable for me, and primarily I've been selling the large meals. I do not have the reputation for the very profitable feast. However, this one is saying it is profitable right now. However, you can see that I've sold a few of them for about 1,000 gold, and looks like somebody reset them for 2,000. However, I have not really sold these because they're just not very profitable on my roam. I have mostly been selling the 4 large meals that increase different stats by 30. So the fries, the applesauce, the steak, and the crown roast. Now, this one right here is my most profitable and my biggest seller. However, fries come into a close second as long as applesauce. The steak is not very good. However, I do craft it sometimes because sometimes it can be profitable. To actually be able to get a profit with these, sometimes people tank the market or reset the meat, which means they're not profitable as in right now. However, I buy my materials really low and wait until they reset to high profit margins in order to sell. So if we go and we look at crawler meat, as you can see, my average gold price is 44 gold, which is about the price it is right now. However, I've resold it anywhere from 54 gold to 133 gold. So actually, I've sold and I've made money by just flipping this meat, and whatever I don't use, I make food with. Also for ribs, I do the same. As you can see, I don't have an average buy for some reason. However, I've spent anywhere from 36 gold to 200 gold, and I've sold it anywhere from 65 to 285 gold. Now, right now is a very good price to buy it because normally on my realm, it's about 100. So what I would do is I would buy all the way up to at least 90 or even 95, and I would buy all this out and just sit on it because soon somebody will reset it or the price of food will go up and I'll just craft. Now currently I'm actually selling some aspect. I have 177 left, and as you can see, I've sold about 3,000 of them for 693,000. And I also have applesauce up, which I got undercut, but I've sold 1,200 of them for 183,000. I currently don't have any of the other foods up, but that's just data from those two. As you can see, I have made 1.7 million gold on flipping fish, meat, and cooking, and my total expenses is 1.4 million. So actually, I've only made about a 300k profit. However, as you can see, I have plenty of items stocked up and ready to craft whenever I get the opportunity to. So I've made about a 400k profit with cooking. Now, another big area that I've made a lot of gold with is Inscription. Now, I've mostly been selling tomes of the Still Mind, as well as missives. As you can see, I still have some few haste ones. Now, I have sold 37 versatility, I have sold 289 haste, 98 mastery, and 10 critical strike. And I've also sold 420 tomes. Now, currently, Inscription I have most recently gotten into within the past 2 weeks. So I have not been doing these since launch. I just started getting into it because this is my second character and I had to level him and then finally get Inscription and stuff like that. The profit calculation on TSM for Inscription is very weird, which is why I use my spreadsheet, which if you haven't seen it, there's plenty of videos I have, like my past 4 or 5 videos are all about the different ways that you can use my spreadsheet. And so there's a whole Inscription section which shows you how to calculate profit with tomes and missives, and that's what I've been using. As you can see, I normally buy Death Blossom, which is why I bought 47k of it, and I normally just turn that into ink and I craft tomes and mines with that. Also, about the second week or the third week of launch, I also started selling Dark Moon decks. However, I'm slowly stopped doing that because they're not as popular anymore. However, I sold 24, 22, 29, and 26, so about 25 of each deck that I've sold and made profit on. So my total revenue from Inscription within the past month has been 3.3 million. However, we have to calculate the cost of Death Blossom, which is 1 million gold, and also Nightshade, which is 500,000 gold, which is the primary herbs that I use. So if you take that 3.3 million gold, subtract the 1.5 million, and I'm left with about a 1.8 million profit. So actually Inscription has been doing very well, and I've made about almost 2 million gold strictly on Inscription. So the next profession that I've been making a lot of gold with is Alchemy. It is currently the newest profession that I have kind of dove into, and mostly I have been selling the Phantom Fire potions. As you can see, I've sold a little over 2,000 of them, and also I've been selling the Spectral Strength potions, which I've sold about 500. There's also the Stamina potions, which I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to search them like this. Here we go, the Flask of Stamina, and I've sold about 200 of them. Now mainly, I craft the Phantom Fires because normally I can craft them for pretty cheap. Basically, whenever herbs are really low, so whenever Marrow is really low, like right now, I would probably buy up to here in Marrow Root. And also, whenever Rising Glory is pretty low, right now it's kind of high. However, whenever it drops to about 22 gold, I purchase it and then I just craft Phantom Fires. And normally, I make most of my profit through Phantom Fires. I have sold about 34 of the Power Flasks. However, it is very hard on my realm to actually make profit with them, so I kind of stay clear of them. So, as you can see, I've made about 1 million gold in sales with Alchemy, and it's kind of hard for me to actually see how much I've spent, because, once again, I've used Marrow Root, which you can see I've spent 600,000 with. However, I've sold back for 250,000, so I'm not exactly sure. I guess we could say I've spent about 400k. And then also the same thing with Rising Glory. I've purchased a lot, but I've also sold it back, so I guess we could say 200k. So if you want to take that, then I've spent 600k gold on Alchemy, so I've made a total profit of 300,000 gold. Now once again, this is not the clear amount since I cannot use TSM to find my expensives. However, we can just round to say that I've made about 300k profit on just Alchemy. Now the last Shadowlands profession that I have been using is Enchanting. Now this profession has kind of been weird because I haven't been crafting a lot of stuff. I've mostly been using it just for disenchanting. Now, what I have sold is all 3 of the enchanted materials. I've sold 600 lightless silk, I've sold 124 of the callous hide, and I've sold 600 of the bars. Now, what I do is I just look on the auction house and I see price of 2 is 440, it sells for 500, I buy sold dust for 25, so 440 plus 25, 465, sell for 500. That's not profitable right now, so I don't do it. I also do the same thing with callous hide. As you can see, you spend about 2.8k on 2, sells for 3.1. Not really worth it in my opinion for right now. However, lightless silk would probably be profitable. Buy 2 of them for 377, sell for 600. That's almost double profit. Now besides these enchanting materials, I have also sold gathering enchants. I've sold about 18 of them, and I've sold some of these bracer enchantments. As of recently, I've only sold 4 and I've only sold 1. However, they do have a very small profit margin, so you can also look into that. Now, I've been keeping my eye on this enchant right here. I've sold 6 of them. Sometimes, depending on the price of crystals as well as sacred shards, this turns out to have a very, very good profit. However, currently in my realm, a ton of people love to crash the market, which is why it's selling for under 2k profit. So, with enchanting, I've made a total of 1.2 million gold in sales. However, if you calculate my lightless silk price, which I spent about 400k on, as well as the ore price, which I spent about 300k on, as well as the hide price, which I've created another 300k on, then I've only made about 300k profit. And I think it's actually even a little under that. Now, the profit from this that's missing, I've spent on using the enchanted silk for actually legendary crafts, which I'll show you in a second. I've been making some gold with legendary crafts. However, for example, I've been creating bracers that I've been selling, as well as the different ranks. I've sold some capes, stuff like that. So everything in here is mostly just the enchanted cloth that's left over that I sell. So yeah, speaking of the tailoring, I'm just going to bring this up quickly because this isn't a main profession I've been working on. However, as you can see, I've made about 500 gold in selling mostly blue items at the very, very beginning of the expansion. Then I've been selling the legendaries as well as the bags. Currently, since Shrouded Cloth is so cheap right now, bags actually have a very good profit. So yeah, I'm just going to bring this up real quick because I have been selling legendaries, but I've only made about 500k with the actual profession of tailoring right now. So moving on, I have actually made a lot of gold with AFK crafting and vendor shuffling. Currently, I actually have a second account that just needs to be finalized, but I've been using that second account to actually craft these items whenever I'm playing on my main account, so I'm not wasting time. But what I've been doing is buying cheap bones and hide, which is on here, a ton of leather and a ton of bones. As you can see, I have 18,000 bones and I have 17,000 leather. And I've just been crafting the composite bow, which is right here. Basically, I just craft this and I sit, wait, sell it, stuff like that. Currently, I don't have a calculated price of how much I have made doing this. However, this is one of the big things that I have done. To calculate actual profit with the different vendor shuffles, I once again use my spreadsheet, which will once again be in the description, and there's plenty of videos on it. Just put in your prices and it'll tell you about how much gold you can make per hour or per 1800 crafts of each item. Speaking of AFK crafting, I have also been doing the Tide Spray linen pant flip. Currently, I have bought so much linen for literally less than 1 gold. I currently have 50,000 linen that I still have to flip, so it's going to take a while, but once again, I normally just send this over to my second account, sit there. The good thing about this is you don't have to be there to sell it because it will go into your mailbox, so you can actually leave your computer for about an hour and sell this. So once again, I don't have a total profit on how much I have made. However, this is currently a flip that I have been doing. I buy under a gold and 15 silver. So as you look right now, actually, I will buy all of this right now and we'll be flipping this later. But yeah, I buy anything that's under gold and 15 silver. Normally, I just buy it under 1 gold, but it just depends on how much profit you want. Now, moving away from actually Shadowlands content, I do still have my banker that has a ton of old world enchantments. It has some crafted transmog. It has some old world herbs. It has like materials, just anything like that. Some pets, just some random stuff like pieces, stuff like that. I have some island expedition gear that I haven't sold. I have a ton of stuff like that. I have glyphs, everything like that. Currently, within the past month, I have not farmed for anything that's not Shadowlands content. This is strictly just stock that I've had before Shadowlands that I post. I try to post every day, but as you can see, this mail's from 2 days ago, so I've kind of been slacking. But as you can see, from the past, I guess, 3 days, I've made only 2,000 gold since I haven't been reposting. However, normally I'll try my best to get on once a day and at least post these items and sell them. Within the past month, I have made 300k gold. This is currently all profit because I have not been crafting any of this stuff. This is strictly for me trying to log in at least once a day and post and sell this stuff. However, as you can see, I'm pretty bad at logging in once a day, so this is probably only posting for about half the days that I've actually been playing. Now finally, my last character I'm going to show you and the last way I've made gold is through selling Transmog. Now this is just stock that I've had from farming over the past few months. Once again, I have not done anything within the past month besides reposting, and as you can see, I am pretty bad at reposting. I haven't posted these within 6 days, so almost a week. So I have not made a ton of gold based on that, but as you can see, I have about 1,000 mails because I have 800 here, and I got some in my bank. So yeah, basically I try to post this once again, but it takes about 45 minutes for me to post everything, and I get pretty lazy. Also, I don't have a TSM group for most of these items. I just sell it on the default list, which I know you're not supposed to do, but once again, I'm pretty lazy, so I do not have a total calculated profit. However, if you do want to see that I've bought 5 WoW tokens, and I used to have 800,000 gold on this character, and I spent it all on WoW tokens. So yeah, so I guess you could say I've made about 600k within the past month. Sorry, I do not have actual graphed data for this. But yeah, I'm just gonna safe to say that I've made about 600k in the past month. So yeah guys, this is pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was long, kind of boring, and I just had to explain a lot of things, but hopefully for people who want to expand how they're making gold, or for people that just want to start making gold, this can kind of help you guide a way on how you can go about increasing your gold. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of video, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. We actually hit 1,000 subscribers about a few days ago, and that is insane to me. I never thought that I would be able to hit 4 digits. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you join the Discord, and have a good day.